Hey, welcome to another episode in my new series of Playing Tourist in SF, where every weekend we're exploring San Francisco like we're seeing it for the very first time. Whether it's a new trail, viewpoint, neighborhood, or a hidden gem, we're rediscovering this beautiful city one adventure at a time. And today, we're taking our brand new bikes to ride through Golden Gate Bridge without paying a toll for the very first time. We're starting our ride from Ferry Building, and that's where we're headed. It just so happened to be on the marathon day, so the Ferry Building was buzzing with energy. Thousands of runners, families, volunteers, and complete strangers cheering each other on. It was impossible not to smile. Watching everyone cross the finish line made me wonder maybe this should be me next year. Imagine running through one of the most beautiful cities in the world surrounded by people cheering you on every step of the way. That sounds pretty special. Before we get started, I do have one thing to say. We literally bought these bikes yesterday and our helmets didn't arrive yet. Looking back, we should have definitely waited. Safety always comes first, and I never want to encourage anyone without a helmet. So please don't copy us on this one. And we made our first stop at Pier 39. This place is famous for a reason. Street performers, seafood, little shops, live music, and the smell of ocean. And on a very clear day, you get to see the prettiest views of Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz Island. It's touristy, but sometimes touristy places become famous because they are actually worth seeing. And this place is also home to San Francisco's loudest and probably cutest locals, the sea lions. Every time I come here, I end up standing here much longer than I planned. If you ever wondered why they are constantly yelling at each other, it's usually because one of the males has decided he wants the best spot on the floating dock. The others aren't exactly thrilled about giving their space up, so what you're hearing is basically one argument over who gets the comfiest bed. And as you continue going further along, you get to Sky Star's observatory wheel. We actually rode this on an evening, and seeing San Francisco sparkle after sunset was unforgettable. If you're visiting and have time, I would definitely recommend doing it during a golden hour or after dark. Today is such a beautiful day. I'm just waiting for him to come. And later we reached the aquatic park beach. One thing that always amazes me is how you'll always find people swimming here no matter how cold the water is, and if you're lucky you might even spot sea lions swimming nearby. Not exactly the swimming buddy you'd expect, but definitely a San Francisco's experience. And as you continue, you'll reach Fort Mason, where you'll find another great viewpoint of Golden Gate Bridge. And honestly, that's one thing I really love about this city. You don't just see the bridge once, you discover it over and over and over again. Crissy has to be one of my favorite places in San Francisco. There's this peaceful little lagoon where seagulls glide across the water and geese wander around without a care in the world, and behind them stands the Golden Gate Bridge looking almost unreal. Some of my favorite photos I've ever taken have been right here, no editing required. Just San Francisco doing what San Francisco does best. And then came the climb, not too steep, but just enough to remind me that I haven't ridden a bike in quite a while. Look where we are. With every turn, the bridge grew bigger, closer, more detailed, then suddenly it wasn't in front of us anymore. We were on top of it. And the wind, oh my goodness, I knew it would be windy, I just didn't know it would be that windy. There were moments where the gust was so strong they literally pushed my bike sideways and I found myself gripping on the handlebars with everything I had. But biking across Golden Gate Bridge was such a memorable experience because if you know me, you know I'm completely obsessed with Golden Gate Bridge. I've watched it from beaches, from hiking trails, viewpoints, car windows, but standing on it and looking through the steel towers, watching the waves beneath me, feeling the wind, taking in every little detail, that was something else entirely. And this is the first time we're crossing Golden Gate Bridge without paying for any toll. So yay! We should look at this view. The Golden Gate Bridge isn't just a way to get from one side of the way to another, it is an icon, a masterpiece of engineering, and somehow, even after almost 90 years, it still has the ability to make people stop and stare. If you're ever visiting San Francisco, or even if you've lived here for years like I have, promise me you'll walk or bike across it at least once. It's one of those experiences that stays with you long after you've left. And I really hope you enjoyed coming along on today's adventure. If this video inspired even one person to get outside, rent a bike, and see San Francisco from a different perspective, then I'd say it's worth making. And if you enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments where we should explore next. Until then, keep exploring, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!